Everybody, Luster here, and today we are still on the West Coast Main Line for some more train spotting today here at one of the main stations today. A very busy station as well, and quite a fun one to do as well. But today we are here at Stafford, as seen, and now departing is going to be the delayed 15:30 London North Western Railway service to Crewe, with 3:52.49 at the front and then 3:51.28 at the rear. This is off to Crewe now from London Euston, with 3:51.28 at the rear. This did bring me in from Lichfield Trent Valley. This is formerly delayed 15:30 London North Western Railway service to Crewe from London Euston. This did bring me in from Lichfield Trent Valley, as I was on the back of filming at Lichfield Trent Valley, and I'm trying to talk over the announcements as well. And yep, a nice little London North Western Railway ride for me. But yes, today here at Stafford you'll be seeing services by London North Western Railway, Avanti West Coast, cross country, and then maybe a bit of freight as well. But now arriving in is going to be a London North Western Railway class 730 with 732.17. 732.17 is on this London North Western Railway class 730, which is forming the 15:38 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street. And as this arrives in now, I shall see you all when this London North Western Railway 730 departs. Now passing through is going to be an Avanti West Coast 807 009. 807 009 passes through now with the 15:39 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Liverpool Lime Street. And as that heads off now, I shall see you all when this London North Western Railway 730 departs. That's beside me here. Now departing is going to be the 15:38 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street today. Class 730 is 732.17. And as this London North Western Railway 730 departs now, also now arriving in is going to be another London North Western Railway class 730, which is forming the 15:39 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street at another 730. 732.34 is on this one this time. This is off with the 15:39 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street with a class 730. One of London North Western Railway's brand new toys. And as this London North Western Railway 730 boards in, as I was saying before, we have loads of trains coming in. You will be seeing services by London North Western Railway, Avanti West Coast and Cross Country today here at Stafford. And yes, this is a very fun station. as it is an enjoyable, well, maybe be enjoyable. Depends what action we get, it depends what we see. But yes, wasn't expecting to do Stafford today, but I am doing it now. But yes, now departing is going to be that London North Western Railway Class 730, which is formerly 1539 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street. The train that did bring me in was also a London North Western Railway train. It was a double 350 that brought me in. 7:32:34 off now to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street with the 1539 service. That's enter its next stop of Crewe. And yes, the train that did bring me in was a double London North Western Railway Class 350, apologies. 35128 brought me in. It was on the rear set. It brought me in from Lichfield Trent Valley, as I was on the back of filming at Lichfield Trent Valley, and it was quite fun there. And yes, I am now here at Stafford, but as this London North Western Railway Class 730 heads off to Crewe now, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Stafford. Now arriving in is going to be the 1541 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central via Preston with a Class 390 Pendolino.
Calling at Crewe, Warrington Bank Quay, Wigan North Western, Preston, Lancaster, Oxenholme Lake District, Penrith for the North Lakes, Carlisle, Motherwell and Glasgow Central.
So then, what do we have on this 390 Pendolino? So then, 390,006 is on this 390 Pendolino with the 1541 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central via Preston and Warrington Bank Quay. And as this 390 Pendolino now arrives in, I shall see us all when the next train comes. Now departing is going to be the 1541 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central via Preston with a Class 390 Pendolino, a 390,006. This has come from London Euston via Birmingham New Street, which is just waiting to depart now.
Please do not leave your luggage unattended on the train.
And off she goes.
The next train to arrive
390,006 forms the 1541 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central via Preston. This has come from London Euston via Birmingham New Street, and as that heads off to its next stop of Crewe, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Stafford, with the car markers blocking the view. Now arriving in is going to be another Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino, which will form the 1552 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston. And this is going to be calling at London Euston only, as this will be going non-stop between here and Euston. I'm assuming this has come from either Liverpool Lime Street or Manchester Piccadilly. But anyways, 390,047 comes up goods on this Class 390 Pendolino. And then also now passing through is 39154 with the 1549 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston. This is doing the non-stop express, as that will head to its next stop of Warrington Bank Quay. This formerly 1549 Avanti West Coast service to Glasgow Central from London Euston, and as that's off now, and as this Pendolino, but I shall see us all when this Class 390 Pendolino departs. Now arriving in is going to be the 1551 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston, with another Class 390 Pendolino, and then this 390 Pendolino that's beside me, 390047, will head to London Euston very shortly. 390047 on that. This 390 Pendolino is off to Manchester Piccadilly with 390138 on this, with the 1551 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston with 390138. And it is City of London as well.
1600 cross-country service to Bristol Temple Meads. Calling at Wolverhampton, Birmingham New Street, Worcestershire Park.
And there's this 390 Pendolino boards now. Now arriving in is going to be the 1555 cross-country service to Bristol Temple Meads from Manchester Piccadilly with a double Voyager, which will come very shortly. And then that other Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino 390047 is off now to Manchester Piccadilly, to London Euston, with its next stop of London Euston, and this cross-country Voyager is arriving in now. I'm assuming this will be a double 220 since this is an 8-car one. I'm not too sure yet, but this is now arriving in now with the 1555 cross-country service to Bristol Temple Meads from Manchester Piccadilly with a double Voyager. So then, what do we have on the front? So then, 220018 is on the front of this cross-country Voyager. And then I will catch the rear set of this when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1554 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston. And that's heading to its next stop of Crewe, 390138, City of London. This is off now at the 1554 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston. That's heading to its next stop of Crewe, and as that heads off, I shall see us all when this cross-country Voyager departs. Now departing is going to be the 1600 cross-country service to Bristol Temple Meads. Apologies, this has come from Manchester Piccadilly. At the front and 220013 is at the rear. And then also now arriving in is going to be another cross-country Voyager with the 1601 cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly from Bournemouth. So then, what's on this? 221107 X Avanti West Coast as well. .221-107 forms the 1601 Avanti West Coast used to be Avanti West Coast, but cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly from Bournemouth, and as that now boards, I shall see us all what happens next, everybody. Now passing through is going to be our first freight train of today. Even though it looks more like a sleeper train than a freight train, but I'm still going to call it a freight train. But now passing through is going to be a freight train. It is forming the 1603 service. So the 57010 is on this. And it is a class 57. This class 57 is off now, and it is pretty unexpected as I was not hearing anything coming through, and I'm best not calling a sleeper train a freight train anymore, but 390 016 or 020 with 390 200 has just arrived now, which will head to London Euston shortly, and then that cross-country 221 Voyager is off now to Manchester Piccadilly. And even though I called a sleeper train a freight train with a class 57 wagging it, and I did not even know it was happening, I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Stafford. Now departing is going to be the 1605 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston, which is a 390 200. And then also now passing through is going to be an Avanti West Coast class 807. 807 003 is off to Liverpool Lime Street now, passing through. The 390 was 390 020 by the way. 807 003 passes through now with this 1607 Avanti West Coast service to Liverpool Lime Street from London Euston. 390 020 is off now to London Euston. And then also now arriving in is going to be a London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street very, very shortly, which will pull in onto platform 1. And as that Avanti West Coast class 807 heads off, I shall see us all when that London North Western Railway service arrives. Now arriving in is going to be the 1610 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street with a 350 this time. So then, what's on this? It's X-Trans Pennine Express 35408 on this London North Western Railway class 350, which is forming the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street with 35408 X-Trans Pennine. And then also now arriving in is going to be another London North Western Railway class 730, which will form the 1611 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street with a class 730. So then 73220 is on this. And as this now arrives in, I shall see all what happens next. Now departing is going to be the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street with a class 350 of 35408. North Western Railway Class 350 is off with the 1608 London North Western Railway service to Birmingham New Street from Liverpool Lime Street, with 35408 X-Trans Pennine as well, and as that to its next stop at Penkridge. I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Stafford. Now departing is going to be the 1611 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street with 7:32:20. And that's enter its next stop at Crewe.
London Euston. Calling it London Euston only. This train is formed of 10 coaches.
This London North Western Railway 7:30 is off now with the 1611 London North Western Railway service to Liverpool Lime Street from Birmingham New Street. And as that to its next stop at Crewe, now arriving in is going to be a Avanti West Coast Class 805, which is forming the 1612 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Chester and Holyhead. This is going to be a double Class 805, which will arrive in now, with the 1612 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Chester and Holyhead.
On the left-hand side will be the 1650.
So then, 805001 is at the front.
Call it Stafford and Macclesfield. The bus stop outside the station front on the left-hand side was the 1650.
And as this Avanti West Coast double class 805 now arrives in, I shall see us all when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1612 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Chester and Holyhead with a double class 805 of 805001 at the front, which is just waiting to depart now. This is forming the 1612 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Chester and Holyhead. 805001 is at the front.
Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly. Call it Wilflow and Manchester Piccadilly.
And at the rear is 805010. This is off now with the 1614 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Chester and Holyhead with a double class 805, which is off to its next and final stop of London Euston. And them announcements can shut up because they're ruining the video. But anyways, enough with that. As that heads off now, I shall see us all when the next train comes. Now arriving in is going to be the 1618 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly with a class 390 Pendolino.
And Manchester Piccadilly.
This has come from London Euston.
11 coaches.
This Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino is the 1618 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston. Nice two-tone, 39107. This now arrives in with the 1618 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston with 39107. And as this now arrives in, I shall see us all when this 390 Pendolino departs. Now departing is going to be the 1618 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston with a class 390 Pendolino, which is just waiting to depart now. And off she goes. 39107 forms the 1618 Avanti West Coast service to Manchester Piccadilly from London Euston with 39107. And as that heads to its next stop of Wilmslow, I shall see us all for our next and final train of today. Now passing through is going to be our final train of today, which will be a freight class 66545. I do not even know where this freight class 66 is going, but it is forming the 1624 service. But as this freight class 66 heads up north, I shall conclude today's video here at Stafford. If you did enjoy, like and subscribe as always, as it would be very cool. But yes, I did enjoy my train spotting time here at Stafford. I would come back here again, but not for a while. And we do also have Pridolino, Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino. We do have 39119 arriving in now, the Pride train. So you may as well catch this for the outro. What a good way to end this video. But anyways, 39119 forms the 1625 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston from Edinburgh with 39119, the Pride train.
On the station, New York Road, on the metro, use the lead and carry the lead. Stop safety.
And as this Pridolino Avanti West Coast class 390 Pendolino 39119 does board now, we will conclude today's video here at Stafford. I know I did make a few mispronunciations in today's video. I do apologise for that, but anyways, other than the mispronunciations, if you did enjoy, like and subscribe as always. I would film here again, but not for a while. But anyways, as for me here at Stafford, I shall see you all next time. Peace out.